Assassins Intro 25 here today, and give me a sec. I gotta turn my resistance down. I just really start remembering to do this, but today we are going to be doing another mod review, as you can plainly see, because we are here in my mod world, and I have set up for a mod review, and I know what you're thinking, Ninja, what is all this wonderful and weird looking stuff? Well, I shall tell you, dear viewers and future hopefully assassins. This is the what was this again? Oh yeah, Algaecraft or Algaecraft. There we go. Algaecraft. I'm kidding. It's actually the Algaecraft. It's yep. See, Algaecraft mod. And I am not in creative or survival. I should go do that right now. Yeah. Survival. Pause it for a second. Mom sent me a text message. Back. Sorry about that. She sent me a text message to ask if I wanted what kind of chicken tenders or such as I wanted because she's buying stuff at the grocery. But anyway, today we are doing the Algaecraft mod, and this adds in some really cool stuff like Scuba Gear, a new plant, some new blocks. Even this adds in the water breathing potion that's going to be in 1.7, but it's a bit different because you can craft it instead of brew it. And it also adds in some new foods and a couple of new mobs and a way to obtain a sponge legitly. But we'll go over that later. Right now, we're going to introduce the Scuba Gear. And this is what it looks like, fully worn. I use an armor stand for this. This is the Scuba Gear. You got your dive mask, your buoyancy control device, or BCD. Yeah. Your neoprene, I think I pronounced it right, water suit, and your flippers. You can't forget your flippers. And I'll explain all this redstone stuff in a minute. But yeah, and the crafting recipes for these masks are you would need two of these little neoprene textures, two pieces of rubber or rubber balls, and a piece of glass or a glass pane. For the BCD, you would need two more of these uh, neoprene textures, four rubber balls, whatever. Not bouncy balls, these are just rubber, a piece of, or a bucket, an iron bucket, and two pieces of iron. To make the suit itself, you're going to need, I don't know why that's crooked. There we go. You're going to need five a chest chain or a chest plate upside down of these neophene textures type stuffs. And for your flippers, you're just going to need two neophene and a piece, or two neophene textures and two pieces of rubber again. And I'll show you how to craft all this stuff in a minute. But the cool thing about this is you can do some stuff with this. First off, what's an air suit without a canister? I know, right? So what you do is you take a rubber ball and five pieces of iron. You put that in the crafting table like such. Gotta go in there. That makes a minecart. And we have our air tank. But look, breath 0 out of 200. Durability 0 out of 200. Well, there's an easy way to fix that. You have this little handy device, which I forgot to put the crafting recipe for. I will get that in a minute. Air. I'm so sorry. I forgot to put the air compressor. There it is. Don't know why I grabbed those. Darn it. There we go. You will need, for the air compressor, two red iron chips, a hopper, two pistons, a full air tank, or just an air tank, I guess, two weighted pressure plates, and a repeater, just to make one of these. So it'll supply you with beautiful, beautiful breath full of air. But I think you might, even though it's pretty expensive, because those redstone chips, or red chips, whatever, they don't come cheap. They use quartz. They don't come cheap. But anyways, once you do that, once you have your empty air tank, all you simply do is place it in the air compressor, and you'll see now it goes 0 of 2,000 or 200. Then you just apply a redstone pulse. You can either do a lamp, like a switch, a button, or a clock, which is what I've set up with, so I don't have to worry about keep repeating it over and over. And you'll see it starts to fill up. Per tick, it gives it one air, And it takes about 2 minutes, he said, for the faster one to do that. So we'll leave that here, and we'll come back to it in a little bit, because I'm going to do stuff with that. But I'll show you what the full diving suit looks like when it's completely worn. And yes, this is what you see with the goggles on. And there's a little thing that comes with it that makes it so you can see better underwater. But look at that. Look at all this blackness. But there's an interesting thing you can do with the suit itself. Let me just take this off because it's annoying me. You can actually dye these neophane suits different colors. That is right. You can dye them all 16 colors that are in Minecraft. I just chose 4 of these for an example. But say you can just put it in with, you just put the suit in with said dye and it'll give it a white appearance. And now we just put it in with a blue, and look, you can't really tell, kind of, but it's a bluish color, the picture. Same thing with green. You can see it's a little bit of greenish now. And the red. And now it's a bit reddish. And I'm going to put this on so you guys can see. Look, you can see it better. Now it's in my hand. It's reddish than it was. Give me a sec. I hate that, finding it. See, look, there it is. Now it's red instead of all black. I think it's pretty cool, though. You can dye your suit different colors. But, yeah. Just take this off. And for some reason, it goes on the pants, so I don't know why, though. But, anyways. Now we're going to move on to how do you craft some of the neophane texture and the rubber, which is a very long process, as you can see from right here. All this stuff right here, past this little one right here, past this one, all that's for making a rubber. Oh my god. Anyways, first off, what you need to make this texture is any piece of wool, any wool at all will help. Doesn't matter what color it is, it can even be white, and a piece of rubber. And now you're asking, Ninja, you said this, all this stuff is a rubber, but how do you make it? Well, good viewers, I am going to teach you. First off, you are going to need to start off with a little flask. I don't know why I'm got that close. I am so sorry that I'm lagging, I really am. But like I told my DX Story videos, I'm definitely going to get DX Story in the future. I should just save up for it first. So you have to deal with this lag until I can get it. I am so sorry. But anyways, what you're going to need to start with is an empty flask, and you make an empty flask by taking an up-down bucket shape made of glass. Now we just grab our little flask here, and what you do is there is several different types of waters you can actually get. There, if you're in an ocean biome, like my base is so currently over, as you can see right there, and then you take a water source and you do this, it'll keep the water, but you'll have a saltwater flask now. And you can also do this in several other places. Don't know why I clicked that twice. Flask. And you can also make a freshwater flask and a flask of sodium hydroxide. But the saltwater flask just is a drinking. You can just drink it. I wouldn't recommend drinking the salt water or the other one. Let's see what happens when you drink salt water. Ew, it gives me hunger too for 9 seconds. Ugh, gosh, so thirsty. I am so thirsty. Oh my god. I need another freshwater flask. Come here. Oh, that's better. And it gives me fire resistance for like 1 second when I drink fresh water. So yeah. But anyways, what you do with this now saltwater flask is you take this little. Let me sec. You take this little redstone electrolyzer, and how you make an electrolyzer is you take a lever, 4 butter nuggets, and a redstone. What was this? This was. Oh, I can't. Okay. This is just that red circuit I showed you how to make earlier with the air compressor. What you got to do with this circuit is you need to make 2 redstone, a piece of quartz, and 3 iron, and it'll make this, which you can use to make this electrolyzer. Then when you take the redstone electrolyzer, you take your saltwater flask, and your electrolyzer, and you put them in the crafting table. It's a shapeless recipe, and you get a flask of sodium hydroxide. Look at that, sodium hydroxide, and you get the electrolyzer back apparently, but it's been used, so it takes some damage each time it's been used. So you got to craft a new one eventually. You just can't use it for all one-purpose thing. But then you take your flask of sodium hydroxide, which I will now drink and see what happens. Ow! Breathe it free for 3 seconds. That is not pleasant at all. Don't drink this, kids. Don't drink this. Don't actually drink a real flask of sodium hydroxide either. That I am sure will kill you. But what you do now with the sodium hydroxide is go to the desert and find this little interesting bush. It is, can't remember what it is, but it's called the yeah, it's the Galeu, I think it's now. It's not a real thing. It's just made for the mod, so I don't know how to pronounce this thing. I don't know if there is a pronunciation. If there is, mod maker, I am sorry if I'm butchering it. I really am. I just don't know how to pronounce it. But when you find this in the desert, it only grows in the desert. It'll grow any biome, but you can only plant it on sand. So yeah. But when you break it, you get this little seed, and you get two of these little branches, which so happens you will need. So you take your little sodium hydroxide flask, then you pop it in the crafting table, yeah, sodium hydroxide, and you put your two little roots, your gale branches, which by the way can be used as a fancier version of a stick. See, you can use a stick. I don't know why it's like that, but you can use these for like sticks and such. So it's a like a fancier way to have sticks, but they don't really do anything. It doesn't change the appearance. But anyways, you get raw rubber, which is apparently very sticky, and you get your flask back after you do that. So you can make more of these. You just gotta make electrolyzers. Well, once you get that done, you take your little raw rubber. You get two raw rubbers, and you take a piece of coal, and then you smelt it in the furnace, like a little furnace thing right here. Yeah, I likes it. I thought of it, but yeah, you take your rubber and smelt it down, and this is a long process, by the way. And ta-da! You have some rubber, which is bouncy apparently, but it don't bounce. Watch. Why don't you bounce? Okay. Anyways, that's how you make a lot of that stuff for the scuba gear and the stuff to make a scuba gear with. Now let's move on to the potion. Yes, the potion. Okay, what you're going to need is an awkward potion to start off with, and a knife. There is a new item called a knife in here, and I'll show you the recipe for that later because it's down there. I've added a little bit onto this place. And you'll need one of these little things. What were they again? There was arrow bulb. Yeah, the arrow bulb. I don't know what happened to the item frame, so I'm just going to put this here. But you need an arrow bulb, which can be found underwater, and then it'll make you a potion of water breathing. Legit. Water. There we go. There's a potion of water breathing for 20 seconds. You can extend this by adding a redstone to it in the crafting grid, like such. But if you want to make a splash potion, you have put a piece. No, wrong. That's meant to be a piece of gunpowder. Pretend that's gunpowder. It's gunpowder. Just trust me on this. I'm a scientist. See, I'm doing ocean stuff. But you place that piece of gunpowder with the potion, and you get a potion of water breathing for only 10 seconds. So if you want to splash yourself with these instead of having to drink them, you'd better make sure to make a lot, because they don't last very long. The longest one, oh, there's the item frame. The longest lasting one lasts for about 40 seconds if you put a piece of redstone with it. Now we're going to go down below, and now I'm just going to nom on some chicken. Now we're going to go down below, and I better put myself in the creative first, because there is a new type of mob in this that is called the lobster. It's hostile like a silverfish, but you get food from it. Yes, it's like a silverfish, but with a use, a purpose. So I better put myself in the creative mode, because those things, I found a giant colony of those things, and they will swarm me if I don't get in the creative. So, and I'll explain what this stuff is here in a little bit. It has a purpose, don't worry, it has a purpose. But now we're just going to go downstairs. And no, even though Mike is down here, we're not going to be visiting him because... Whoa, 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 whoa. Because, well, he's sick still, silly. we're going to be going off the side, which you can probably see right there. Yeah, I cleared all this out. Hi, Mike. Where'd he go? Is he in here? I know he's in here. He hasn't left, I hope. Oh gosh, if he's got out, we're all screwed. I think he's just watching TV. Mike, you watching TV over there? Oh, no, there he is. He was playing on the computer. Haha, hey, Mike. Yeah, he was playing on the computer. Okay. He was playing Minecraft in Minecraft, weren't you, Mike? Yes, you were. Don't stand on the computer. Really? That's how you break everything. That and blow everything up. But anyways, first off, we have some foods here, and you can actually have sushi in this. Yes, sushi. What you do with this is you take crunchy seaweed, which I'll show you how to make in a bit, a raw fish, and another one of those knives, and it'll make raw sushi. You can do the same thing, but with cooked fish to make cooked sushi. So yeah. And then I put this in the wrong order. I realize this now, but I'm going to go over this a little bit more to explain in depth. You hear that? Listen. Listen. Hear that? Sounds like a silverfish, doesn't it? That's not a silverfish. That's the lobsters. The lobsters are everywhere. But anyways, what we have here is a filter. Now these filters will, you can only do certain things, like you see this little piece of algae right here, this is algae. It only grows in the swamp biome. And you can't place it anywhere else, not in any water source, unless it's in a swamp biome. But these filters allow you to do stuff like this. Like right this one here is an ocean filter. You need 2 iron bars, 2 iron pressure plates, water bucket, a piston, and two of these electronic circuits or redstone circuits, and a piece of seaweed. Yes, there is seaweed in this, and it'll make an ocean. And wherever you place this, it'll make ocean materials like sponges, coral, seaweed. It'll make that so you can put, like, you can have a tank in your house and you put this filter in. You can actually have seaweed that is not in the ocean. But yeah, this is the same one for like the swamplands. And give me a sec, my thing just froze. Wait, no, there's back. We're back. Okay, we're good. Yes. This is the same thing. This is for stuff you find in the swamps, like for algae. Only thing, it's the same recipe, you just need a piece of algae instead. This one is for freshwater, which I don't know what freshwater does, so it's just blank. And this one is for ender. This is the ender filter, and what this one does is it takes you put it in one, and you can have all the stuff. So instead of like having, if you wanted freshwater and say if you wanted freshwater and algae and the ocean, like stuff all that, and you didn't want to have 3 different filters, you just pop an ender filter in, and you can have all that stuff in the same place, same water source. But it has to be in water. None of this can be out of water. It just won't go down. But up next, I'm going to show you how to craft the knife. Yes, this is how you craft the knife. There is a butter version of this, so you can actually use this if you want like buttery calamari, which I'll show you how to make in a minute, or buttery lobster. But it's a butter version. It's the same way as the iron one. You just need a butter ingot instead of ironing it where the iron is. And now we're going to move on to the fried calamari rings. Yes, what you will need is calamari steak cooked, which you get from harvesting. You kill from killing squids. You get ink sacs and calamari, raw calamari. Take a knife, a mushroom. I don't know why a mushroom, but it must sound delicious. And a bowl, and you craft that into a crafting table, and you get your fried fried calamari rings. And up next, you take some of your algae. Yes, I know you can eat algae. Kind of gross, but it sounds gross. Who am I kidding? You take your algae, you put that in a furnace and smelt it, and you get your algae chips. And do the same thing with seaweed and get your seaweed chips. And now here's the interesting part: your lobster. Yes, you can have lobster. You put that in the furnace and you get boiled lobster. On the forums, they said something about they were going to make a cooking pot so you can drop them in the cooking pot and boil them instead of just putting them in the furnace, because you have cooked lobster that way. But right now, it's only for the cooked lobster. It's only the way cooked to get boiled lobster. But I'm going to show you how to get these guys, and you need this little beauty right here. You need a lobster trap. What you do is you take 4 iron bars and 4 wood of any kind. It has to be planks, can't be oak or can't be logs, but it can be any kind of log. And then, oh yeah, I forgot about this stuff. This is the stuff that you will find in each place. This is the sponges, red and it comes in red and yellow sponge. This is a legit sponge. You also have seaweed, small orange coral, purple coral, and brain coral, and algae. This is in the swamp. I just put this in here because I want to show it off. But I'm going to take this bone meal and I'm going to go to a place where I found it and grow some of this stuff so you guys can see what it looks like. But first, we're going to go catch us some lobsters. And I forgot some string. You need string to help catch lobsters. Don't ask me why, but you just need string. What you do is, you place these lobster traps on the ground. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at all those lobsters. Oh my gosh, it's an infestation. We're going to have to eat all these lobsters. They look so delicious. But what you do is, you place a lobster trap down. If I can get close enough to place it down. Like so. And then these lobsters will just wander around. Oh, look, we already got a customer. Yeah, you can just place a bunch of these down, and lobsters will just pop in them, and see, look, they're walking in like idiots. But you take a string then, and you just left click it with a string. It empties the cage and leaves it there. So like, there's my ender filter, because I wanted to show you guys some of that stuff, but I'll go over place sales. But look at this. I just empty these things, and I get more lobsters. There's no end to these lobsters. Look at this. Look how many lobsters I've gotten already from just 3 cages. So yeah, that is a really handy device. So make sure you have some pretty good armor and place a couple of these cages down, and then run for your life and just wait for the bounty. They can't hurt you when they're in the cages. And if you click them with a string, it'll put them in your inventory like they did so. But be careful, because if there's more like this, they will mob you. They can't climb, so if you can get up high, you'll be safe. But other than that, they're pretty dangerous. See, like, he just tried to jump up. They can't get past 1 block. So if they go down, they're stuck until either you despawn or you catch them all. So yeah. Okay, I retract that. They can apparently climb. Maybe it's because I have those steps there. I don't know. Anyways, let's go back inside now. This water is making me worse. And now we're going to go put some scuba gear on, and we are going to go... Weird random door glitch. We are going to go find some coral reef. And I'll explain what that stuff up there was now too, since we're going up that way. Yeah. This is a pretty interesting mod. I don't know about you guys, but I like the looks of this mod. It's very nice. It's apparently... Oh, crap. You know, I'm just going to pause it while I get back up there. See you soon. Back, yes. And I've gotten the armor, and apparently our tank is filled up. So what you want to do with the tank is now you want to right click it, or is it left click? No, it's shift right click. Wait, was it? Yeah, shift left click, my bad. And now you have your full air tank. See? We have breaths 200. 200. So, bet you're wondering, what is this stuff right here? Well, this stuff is what you would find. I can't remember the name of it. Let me look it up, actually. I know it starts with a P, and that's all I know. Where is this? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's a pale sediment, yes, but oh yeah, I forgot. You can I'll show you this in a little bit, but with these sponges, you can make dry sponges, and you can actually soak up water with these sponges. But I'll get to that in a bit. But this is the Pedulec segment, and what you can actually do is you can mine this stuff up, and it'll sometimes drop stuff. I've got a bit. Let's look. It's giving some clay. It's got some dirt. Ooh, look, there's some arrows. There's some more clay. It just gives random stuff each time you mine this stuff. Like, there's some sand. There's some more dirt. Ooh, what do we find here? Ooh, what is this? I didn't know this was in here. I wonder what this does. Let's press a button. Ah! Oh, we're underwater. Oh, crap. The lobsters. See, that I told you, they will attack you without hesitation. And I am frozen again. Give it a second. Oh, it's not responding. I'll pause it. Can't pause it. Crap. Well, this is embarrassing. I'm gonna have to edit this out. There we go. Why am I up? Let me put my... Oh, I know why. yeah, now I have my scuba gear on, and I'm just going to activate this air tank. And there we go. Now we have our air tank activated, wherever it went. But yeah, this is underwater. And this is the coral reef that you'll sometimes find underwater. Look, over there's a seaweed bed with some more of that sediment. Oh yeah, when you have these the swim goggles on, your mask on, you'll see night vision perfectly underwater, so you can see all the sea life. And look, there's even little fishes that you can kill and get fish from them. See, look, I just got a fish. But there's this little this is actually limestone, believe it or not. This is raw limestone. You can craft into like stairs and slabs, and it's kind of like sandstone, only it's underwater. And there's a seaweed you can get. Now over here we have some literally spawning. I didn't place this down. This is naturally spawning sponge. And over here is a coral reef. Look at this, a coral reef. You've got your little sponges and brain coral and all sorts of different colors. And there's a zombie nearby. And I'm just going to take this sponge because I want to show you what it got. I'll show you what it's. Come here. Give me the sponge. Come on. Thank you. Now I have sponge. I didn't place any of this. This all is legit spawned in, and I'll show you a bigger coral reef in a minute. Let me swim over to it because I look for it. Look, there's a pufferfish. Haha, pufferfish. It's so cute because it's so blocky and not round. But anyways. There is also a new biome, kind of. It's the deep ocean. We are not in one. I couldn't find a deep ocean, unfortunately. But this, oh my gosh, there's an infestation here too. They're everywhere. This is another coral reef that you probably have to. Oh look, there's some naturally spawning red sponge. Sweet. I didn't know they actually. I thought that you had to dye these sponges or something, but they spawn naturally apparently. But this is another coral reef with an infestation of. Don't you come near me! Don't you come near me! Infestation of lobsters. And yeah, you can if you can get rid of all the lobsters and not manage to die, you can get some of this coral for your house in the tank, of course, with a filter, unless you're in an ocean biome. And you can also get some sponges for things and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty cool. What about you guys? So now we're going to go back and I'm going to show you what you can do with these sponges. And where's my back button? I know I put a back button here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Where I can't really put a button because you can't put buttons underwater. So I had to use a redstone torch. I'm surprised it's still here. Now, stay away. I'm gonna have to do this quick because I got fan groups that I don't want to get near. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Darn it. No! My torch was in the wrong place. Okay, I'm just going to change to creative. I didn't want to turn the rain on. And there goes the rain. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I tried this several times. I even tried the liver. Boop. And give it a sec, give it a sec. We're back! Yay! Right where I wanted it to be. Take this mask off now so it'll unobscure my vision. And also take this off. I don't know what happened to the tank though. Weird. Where did the tank go anyways? I know it was just supplying me with air because I didn't lose any bubbles. Oh well. Anyways, what was I gonna? Oh yes, the sponge. This is the sponge. You can find it in a red variant or varieties, and you can do stuff. You can place it down. It does not have the water absorbing properties like it does, or it should have in 1.7. I don't know why they got rid of that. I kind of liked that property, or whatever they got rid of it, because I know they had it in 1.6.2. I think it was. Maybe it was 6.4. They still have it. But what you can do with the sponge is you can put it in the crafting table like such and you can make dry sponge. And then you can soak up water with said dry sponge. But what you can do a step further with that is you can also have little sponge spores, which you can use to grow your own sponge. So yeah, you can have an infinite cycle of sponges. So if you like keep one and lose one in a cave or somewhere, you want to soak up some water, you can just come back to your farm of sponges underwater and just mine some more. But yeah, the sun's coming up, and I thought it'd be a perfect ending to this. I timed this perfectly. This was totally planned. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked my mod review. If you did like it, make sure to leave a like, share with your friends, comment on the video, and subscribe and become an elite assassin. So, because we're assassins, we murder people for fun. Anyways, hope you guys liked it, and I will see you probably not tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Bye.